Lorcan Wyer. 2, Master Beveled, Glenn Tormey. 3 is Rel Keel, Richard Johnson. Number 4, Sunset Lodge, Norman Williamson. And number 5, Far Cry, Tony McCoy. Far Cry, I think, is just favourite. Let's hear from Angus.
Well, thanks very much, John. It did open favourite, but at the moment, Dato Star, they've changed round. Dato Star, the 6-4 favourite, with Far Cry at 7-4. Rel Keel is a 7-2 chance, easy to back on the drift. Now, the interesting one is this Sunset Lodge. Very, very shrewd money for this one, 20s into 14s, and it's now 12-1. There's really good money for this one, Sunset Lodge. Master Beveled is a 25-1 chance.
And Sunset Lodge, as expected, is the first to show in front. Dato Star going into second place now. Then Master Beveled and Far Cry, and a few lengths back to Rel Keel, but they're going really fast as they run to the first. Sunset Lodge from Dato Star in the sheepskin noseband on the left of picture. On the right is Far Cry. Racing next to Far Cry is Master Beveled, and Rel Keel is last as they jump the second. And still out in front is Sunset Lodge from Dato Star. They're going a good pace, and Sunset Lodge made the running to win at Leopardstown 2 weeks ago at a good pace. Just possibly steadied it a little bit now, but still going quite fast for Norman Williamson by a couple of lengths from Dato Star. Then a length away is Master Beveled. In fourth place is Far Cry, and last of the 5 is Rel Keel. Going towards the far side, they've got 3 to jump down there, and still Sunset Lodge by a length from Dato Star, half a length to last year's winner Master Beveled, a length to Far Cry, the least experienced in the field, and Rel Keel now right on terms. He was several lengths adrift in the early stages, but now he's just a length behind the fourth horse as they jump the third flight. Sunset Lodge, Far Cry wasn't too fluent at that. Sunset Lodge the leader from Dato Star, Master Beveled on the inner, Far Cry racing a bit wider as they jump the middle flight down the far side, and Far Cry very novicey at that one, and that's cost him ground. He'll have to brush up his jumping, and he's not travelling particularly well either. Sunset Lodge leads to the fifth flight, the fourth from home. Sunset Lodge, Dato Star. Far Cry has responded to Tony McCoy. He needs a better jump here, and that was better, although not perfect. Rel Keel is back in fifth place. A long run now to the third from home, and Sunset Lodge and Norman Williamson bidding to make all. Dato Star's been second throughout. Far Cry's moving up to them on the outside. Master Bevel just being nudged along, and 3 lengths again to Rel Keel, last of the 5. And now Far Cry is looming up on the outside, but Tony McCoy's been at work on him for some time, and Dato Star goes smoothly into the lead. Sunset Lodge quickly gives way. It's Dato Star with Far Cry in pursuit. Sunset Lodge is losing ground. Rel Keel's under pressure over the third last. Dato Star the leader. Far Cry jumped that all right, but Dato Star is going to take all the catching. He's sprinted clear, and this is an exciting prospect for the champion as Dato Star goes well clear, coming to the second last. Far Cry in hopeless pursuit, so is Rel Keel, over 2 out. Dato Star jumps it a dozen lengths in front. Another mistake by Far Cry, who lost his hind legs. Rel Keel, hard-ridden, is in pursuit, but Dato Star looking very strong as he comes to the 8th and final flight. Not a very tidy jump, but he's so far in front it makes no difference. And Dato Star, who really sprinted clear when given the office by Lorcan Wyer, is going to win this by a wide margin. Rel Keel in second, with Master Bevel running on really strongly, but a great performance by Dato Star, who spread-eagled this field and won by a wide margin. Rel Keel is going to hold last year's winner, Master Bevel, for second place. Far Cry, who didn't jump nearly well enough, is back in fourth, and Sunset Lodge, who faded right out of it early in the straight, is last of the 5. And so the result of the Red Square Energising Champion Hurdle Trial as a win for number 1, Dato Star, owned by Kath Riley, Mrs M Guthrie and Joe Donald, trained by Malcolm Jeferson. That's 17 of the season for him, and ridden by Lorcan, Wyer, 19 for him on this 11-8 favourite. So the market really got it right there. Second is number 3, Lorcan, owned by the trustees of the late Brigadier Roscoe Harvey, trained by Alan King, ridden by Richard Johnson. Third, number 2, Master Bevelled, owned by Mrs E.J. Williams, trained by David Evans, ridden by Glenn Tormey. Far Cry was 4th, Sunset Lodge was 5th.
Thanks, Richard. Number 1, Dato Star, the 11-8 favourite. Now won by 17 lengths. Lorcan second at 9-2. Master Bevelled at 20-1. Finished third.